staying at Bintan. So it's been a long time since I visited Bintan, and I hope you enjoyed my series, my trip to Switzerland. So this is filmed on the 2nd of January. That's about 2 weeks after returning from Switzerland. So coming back to Switzerland, it's been quite a shock in terms of the weather. Other than that, I'm happy to be back. So this is the Tanah Merah ferry terminal. It's quite a small ferry terminal compared to the one at Harbourfront. So in Singapore, you have 2 ferry terminals that you can actually board ferries to Bintan or Batam, which are part of the Riau archipelago islands of Indonesia. So the ferry is about 1 hour. We're just boarding at the gate 1 over there. And just a short, maybe a tip if you are looking for cheaper fares. For Singaporeans, you'll be familiar with the Grab app. So in the Grab app, there's actually this scroll, you actually see the bus and ferry option. So actually comparing the ferry tickets here, right? Comparing the pricing of the ferry tickets here compared to the original website of other ferry operators, for some reason the pricing here is actually cheaper. So this is where we actually booked our tickets from. So going to Bintan, we're going to a ferry terminal called Bandar Bindari. So in the southern part of the Bintan island, you have another settlement, a city called Tanjung, Pinang. It's quite a popular city, kind of like Batam, but we're going to like the northern area, which is all filled with resorts. So the resort that we'll be staying at is called One of a Kind. It really is one of a kind. It's quite far away, about 1 hour away. So we hired a driver. This is the upper class. So this is us, the One Sundari, and this is our ferry. Get quite a lot of information on the ferry. Pretty cool. Okay, we just made it past immigration and customs, so now we're heading to meet our driver that will fetch us directly to the resort. So the ferry was pretty choppy, compared to my previous ferry to Batam about a couple of years ago. So now we're finding our driver, and our driver's gonna be there. And that's our driver. So comparing Batam and Bintan, Batam is more of a city area and it's more for the locals, not really a laid-back resort area. But when you are talking about Bintan, Bintan has more resorts. There are even multiple brands here like Club Med as well. They actually have their resorts around the area. So Club Med is about half an hour, a bit nearer compared to this area. So this place is a lot more deserted, but also a lot more quieter, as you are in the countryside and you are away from most of the other resorts where they all cluster around. So you get to experience more of the local culture here. Along the way here, you saw some houses on the water that kind of represent the Orang Laut houses. So the Orang Laut were the people, the aboriginal people of this area of Singapore, Indonesia, and southern Malaysia. Yeah. Okay, so I think we're almost done checking in, and I'll show you the room in a bit. Number 2 here. So we have 2 complimentary bikes over here. These are our bikes. So they give us 2 separate key cards for the top and the bottom, the first level, second level. And let's start the room tour. So this is like an outdoor kitchen, a lot of storage areas over here. But I mean more of a pantry. It's cold inside, not many things here. Umbrella, universal power socket. Oh, okay. I'll see more secluded, more private this area of the hotel. So it looks like there's a jacuzzi here as well. Yep. Just be careful when you're here, this is kind of steep. And in front, these are all the villages over here, so this gives a kind of a rustic feel over here. So later, I'll probably try to plant a time lapse at the top over there, second level over there. Alright, wow. Pretty amazed with the place already. It's still relatively new and it's quite affordable. I believe it's about 300 Singapore dollars per night over here, so we're spending 2 nights over here. And as the hotel guest, the guy was saying earlier on, it's currently the monsoon season, which explains why the ride on the ferry was pretty choppy. And that also means that some activities such as the kayaking and some snorkeling activities may get cancelled depending on the weather. So now let's go to the second level. Okay, so first level, let's look at the this very similar to the top, but not as spacious here. One sink for one person. Towels as usual. There's shower area just separated from the toilet, and also open air concept as well. Rain shower concept similar to the top, no bathtub. That really isn't an issue. Yeah, so there's a pretty amazing, luxurious concept, kind of an outdoor concept. Reminds me of hotels you can get in the Maldives, but this is a lot cheaper than the ones you can get up there. And there we go. That's your tour of my villa over here. So I'm grateful to be spending 3 days 2 nights over here. It's a pretty quiet place. I haven't seen anybody here at all. They may have checked in earlier, but yeah, it's a pretty quiet, luxurious, quaint, I would say that's the better word. I'll take you for a tour of the resort in a bit. Alright, I shall bring you a tour of the resort. Maybe you can try one of the bikes in the process. Pretty low, but I guess it's complimentary, so it's fine. So this is one of the village, it's kind of a small little settlement area, but the bike is pretty good. There's a massage chair there as well. There are many other guests here as well. It's pretty windy now. It's earlier on I mentioned it's the monsoon season. This concept kind of reminds me of the Maldives. There are quite a number of resorts in the Maldives, like Suniva Jardin, the more renowned ones, that actually offer such quite similar types of a very similar concept where guests are encouraged to cycle instead of walk around the large resort compound. So there's actually a shop over here. It's called the Kindness Shop. I believe you can, wrong way, never mind. You can actually purchase items you can actually use on the beach. There. But it doesn't seem like there's anyone manning it right now. So if you're gonna cross the road, you should be careful because this is actually the main road over here. And then behind us, there you can actually see it's actually the sea, the beach over there. So I doubt I want to cycle there, so I want to cycle back and walk there instead. So this here is the main road I'm attempting to cross. Bintan is honestly a pretty quiet area, not that many people around here. Compared to Batam, I would say. So this is another portion of the resort. These are the beachfront villas. They actually have a free banana boat experience. So depending on which part of the resort you book, you get different complimentary activities. So for my area it would be the cycling. For this area it would be the banana boat and the kayaking as well. One reason why it's also pretty quiet is today is the 2nd of January, and for those in Singapore, primarily the primary school kids and the other secondary school kids, they will be starting their school pretty soon. Alright, now we're at the sea. So those villas actually have access to the water, but I mean the water doesn't exactly look that clean here. I doubt they can go further beyond that point, but all they can do is stay within this point if they want to swim. But I wouldn't want to, you know, plunge in this type of waters here. It seems pretty murky over there. Okay, we have arrived at the other restaurant, so it's Azura. I believe this is where they'll be having the breakfast buffets over there. You can see they're having a buffet over there. So this is where they'll be having the buffets tomorrow morning. So we have a complimentary breakfast buffet. Oh, I'm not sure if it's part of the price, but yeah, that'll be held behind over there. So it turns out that there's a second level here that actually brings us to the pool. I believe it's something like an infinity pool. Let's take a look. From here you can see the sea. Oh, and yes, this is the pool. Completely empty, and it is somewhat like an infinity pool. Let's try and get the shot. Yeah, now this makes sense. Oh, didn't know there were 2 levels to this. There's like another sort of a deck, observation deck probably. The time now is about 6:15, 6:18 around there. Oh, it's quite dark around 6 o'clock because it's currently 1 hour, but Bintan is 1 hour behind Singapore time. So in Singapore, this is how it will look like at about 7:15. So yeah. So now we're heading for dinner. I'll be staying around the hotel today, so I'll be going to the restaurant called Azura, which is like a seafood Italian restaurant, which is just around the corner. Tomorrow is where I'll be venturing out of the area to a Keelong and the village Kampong, kind of about an 8 km drive down that road there. So somewhere down there will be tomorrow. Tomorrow, I doubt we can go kayaking. Snorkeling is a possibility, but it might not. I will just update you again tomorrow morning. It is even more peaceful at night. The restaurant's just around the corner. Literally around the corner, just over here. Still misty. Time now is about 6:30, just in time for our dinner reservation. This is one of their specialties, which is like a pesto prawn pasta. They have a virgin mojito here. Yeah, and for dessert, a creme brulee. It will come incorporated to the bowling hat in Zermatt, Switzerland. That was a splendid, sumptuous dinner. Pretty affordable. It came up to even less than 100 Singapore dollars. So it's considerably affordable for quite a good meal over here. So I'll stop filming today now, and I'll see you tomorrow. Pretty tired. So the time now is currently about 2 p.m. So now I'll be heading out to about Tanjung Pinang and a few other places. Our driver is here soon, so we'll be visiting those areas, including a gypsy village. But before that, we'll be having lunch somewhere around Tanjung Pinang. Now we are on the edge of Tanjung Pinang. We travel over an hour, maybe about 50 kilometers just to get here. So the hut over here is actually the resort, and the blue dot represents where we are right now, which is literally the end, right at the end. So this is Tanjung Pinang. You can actually get here by ferry from Singapore. It's about 1 hour and 45 minutes here. Also from Tanah Merah, and also operated by the same company. Most people will go to Bandar Bandari because all the resorts are there, and this is more of a city area, more of a local, traditional. It's more of a traditional part of Bintan that kind of resembles a traditional Indonesian city. So it's not really an area resort. So. This is their famous fried duck, calamari, and a lot of food here. The signature satay ayam. There's charcoal at the bottom as well. So Tanjung Pinang is actually in a way the main area of Bintan in terms of its economic capital of the island. There's an airport over here with flights from the main capital before the switch at Jakarta, the original capital, and other parts of Indonesia as well. You can't fly from here to Singapore as there are ferry routes and the flight will be pretty short, so there aren't any flights operating here. There's a direct ferry. So the port is somewhere over there, at the end over there. Behind that shoe looking building, that's the port. So you can board a ferry from there back to Tanah Merah. That'll be 1 hour to 45 minutes. And that was an amazing view. Now we're heading to a market to just walk around and purchase some things, kind of indulge in the local culture here. So the market is here in Tanjung Pinang, selling all types of assorted dried stuff. So these are dried cumi-cumi, which is baby squid. Then you have your ikan bilis, like our Asian version of anchovies. And dried small little shrimp and dried soulfish. So a lot of dried items here. You can see the shopping over here. This is a pretty rural and local area. You won't see any tourists in this type of place in Tanjung Pinang. It's quite a hectic area as well. And in the mornings, there's a fish market near this area, and there will be a heavy load of traffic going through this type of area. So it'll be quite hectic. Satu okay.
No problem.
Okay.
Right.
It's all the different type of crackers, korupun. There's a shop selling fritters, fried chicken, and some soup, I think miso too. Oh, it's pretty dark. I doubt you can even see me, but we're walking on the jetty over here. It's sketchy. No one here at all, but well. It's a pretty eerie area. That building over there is actually a mosque, a village mosque, a very small village mosque. Okay, so we're in a place called Teluk Bakau. This is like a local seafood restaurant. So you see this on the table, so this is for you to actually wash your hand. There's water in this teapot. So first we have a coconut, a massive one. This is a seafood fried rice or nasi goreng seafood. Then we have a kangkong over here. So this is the black knuckle crab. It's a mud crab, 800 grams. And there was a nasi goreng kampung. And lastly we have the clams. They're stir fried in garlic and chili. Okay, so that was quite a sumptuous dinner, so I just went to check how much the bill was. So for all that food, right, oh yeah, I didn't film the fish, there was a fish as well. $56.85 Singapore dollars for all that food. So it's pretty affordable for sure. For locals, this will be quite an extravagant meal. For us Singaporeans, it's quite a way too reasonable pricing. Oh, so now it's about 8:30 and it's pretty dark. So now I'll be heading back to my hotel. Tomorrow I'll be checking out and heading back. This is a short getaway, but it has felt like a week so far, even though we've done quite a number of things, but enjoying the serenity of the place. You see how dark it is over here. So from yesterday they actually did change some items here. So instead of a butter rice, just usually with kampong fried rice, some chicken fried noodle, salty vegetables. I think I would prefer today's selection compared to yesterday. The fried fish is the same as yesterday, but without the sweet and sour sauce. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, they're all different actually. This portion is still the same. Yesterday they had the sticky rice pulut hitam. Today they have some sort of banana like a paste, like a pudding. No, it's good that they're changing the menu every single day, create more variety. Unlike the hotels in Switzerland, yeah. Okay, it's currently 1 p.m. and I'm gonna check out now. Well, it's been an amazing 3 days, 2 nights. Felt pretty long, but many things done and quite a worth it stay.
Kita nak bawa tak nak dia.
Terima kasih ya.
Ya, tak apa-apa.
So your free buggy right here. Back to the lobby. One more tour of the place before we leave. Alright, we're back in the ferry terminal and I'll kind of conclude the video now. So yeah, it's been a quick 3 days night trip. You can just check the link down below. The links down below find more information about the places I went to. Yeah. So I'll just end the video with a time lapse from the ferry.